All right. Actually, surprise, surprise. I knew I had more. I actually have four and a half. Four and a half. Four and a half more, counting this one. I totally forgot that I had bought four DVDs. And um, I want to talk about the movies that are on said DVDs. There's one of the half will be in the last video because there's actually two videos on one disc, or well, in one case, one disc, what have you. Uh, this first one is Clue, the movie. Of course, it's got, well, Tim Curry didn't die. What am I thinking? Like, he died. No, he didn't. He's just real bad off sick. But it has Madeline Kahn, who is deceased. That's her right there. She plays Miss White. It has, uh, let's see, Ellen Brennan, Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean, Martin Hill, Leslie Ann Warren, all in here. And Leslie Ann Warren, to me, looks just like Susan Sarandon. I can think of that Susan Sarandon every time I watch the movie. This movie actually has three different endings. Tony Thigh was yanking his chain on that one. He's like, it don't have no three endings. I'm like, yeah, it does. If you were ever pop this disc into the Blu-ray or your, like computer or your, DVD player, your player, and it loads up when you go to actually play the movie, it gives you the choice. You can either have it do some random ending or play all three in succession. Sometimes I like the first time I watched it, I made it play all three of them together. Just because I was like, I just want to watch it all. Like, so that way, because it's like this, like, okay, I see all three. Well, I'm not going to ruin the endings for you, but it's based on, obviously, the board game Clue, or Cluedo. What blows my mind is that I used to have a video game of Clue for the computer, and the thing would mess up on me like every other time that I'd play it. And you couldn't do more than like I think two or three players at a time at most. That was irritating. But yeah, this movie's based on the actual the game, the board game. It was one of my favorite games as a kid. It wasn't my favorite game. My favorite game was Monopoly, but that's besides the point. Uh, you know, uh, and I'm not like Tank Girl. I have to be the shoe. Actually, I like to be either the horse and rider or the money bags or the cat. The cat's the new one, or was the newer one last time I looked. But yeah, this is actually this movie is it's funny. I mean, it is truly, truly funny. And it's like I can't ruin the ending for you because there's, like I mentioned before, there's three of them. What do you want me to tell you? And you never knew. It's like I read on Wikipedia that, like when it was in the theater back in the 80s, this was released in 1985, and it's 96 minutes long. I'm reading it off the back here. But it's like they like in the theater when you'd go see it, like they would tell you, you're either watching ending A, B, or C. Uh, I can tell you that I can tell you one thing about the endings though. Ending C is the correct ending. So I'm not ruining it for you. You have to get it and watch it. But I actually enjoy. Like I said, I enjoy this movie just because it is based on one of my favorite board games. Of course, it's nothing like that first video I talked about. The fact that they're making Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark into a movie. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I really do recommend Clue. Because it's like they all come in under pseudonyms and stuff. And Tim Curry is one of my favorite actors. That's him. that's him before he got bad sick. He had a stroke, I think, or a heart. He had a stroke, I think. He either had a stroke or he had something else happen to him, and he's in a wheelchair now. He was also in Annie, the original Annie with. I almost wanted to call her Carol Dawn. I don't think so. Carol Dawn is my cousin. With you know, with Albert Finney as Daddy Warbucks. You know, but yeah, it is what it is. But I do recommend this movie, and for you to watch it. Good luck on figuring out which ending you got, unless of course you have it do all three. Yeah, and then you can figure out which one's which. But anyway, I have 3.5 more movie reviews to do for you, and I'll be right back. Okay.